In today's video, we're just going to do some updating, starting with, like the title of the video says, selling everything. Yes, we're selling everything because we're getting ready to move to another country. So I've been selling tons and tons of lenses and cameras. I've sold most of all my Nikon Z equipment. I had a full range of lenses for that system. Sold some of my Sony equipment. We're going to be making a lot more videos. I've actually got 2 webcams coming in that I'm going to try out and see if I can replace using these little webcams to replace my Sony a6700 that you're looking at me on right now with a webcam, and then have a second one that's going to be like a top-down camera to shoot down. But I also have the new DJI Action 6 camera on order, so that should be in here in a few days as well. Even this background that you see behind me, that's all going to be taken down and sold. The desk that I'm working at is going to be sold. We have tons of stuff that we're going to be selling as we're getting ready to put our house up for sale, because we're going to be moving to the country of Panama. For lenses and cameras, let's start with this one right here. Nikon Z6. This has been a complete workhorse camera for me for years. This lens and camera combination has shot hundreds and hundreds of weddings and portraits. This is the Nikon 24-120 f4 lens. Fantastic lens, very sharp through the whole range. I'll be doing a video on that. And then on my Sony side of things, this is the Sony A9 III global shutter camera. This is actually the best portrait camera I've ever owned because of the global shutter and what you can do. And this is the Tamron 28-75 2.8 lens. I'll be doing reviews on both of them. Back to one of my second a6700 camera. I have 2 of them. This is the Viltrox 75mm 1.2 lens. I've done some reviews on this before, but I've shot a lot near the end of this year of our photography business, doing a lot of natural light portraits with this. This is just, you just can't beat this lens. This is fantastic. No need for any full frame camera when you have this lens combination and body here. Other lenses, let me see, I have the Sony 18-135 lens. We'll get into that. Also have the Tamron, what is this, the 17-70 2.8 lens. This is my all-around a6700 crop sensor great lens. And of course, I still have my Tamron 18-300, which I've done some videos on. Great for travel, shooting things at a distance. And I have the Sony 10-20. I think I made one small video on this. I'll shoot some more with that. And also a Tamron 70-180 2.8 lens. I've shot a lot of portrait sessions with this, so we'll get into a review on that as well. And this is for the Sony system, but you can get this in other systems as well. And back to the Nikon system, I still have left a 28mm lens, because I think we're going to keep one of our Z6s, and probably this lens at least. And I've shot quite a bit with this around town, even at night, so I'm going to do a full review on that. Going to get into covering what's going on with AI and how that's going to affect photography, how you can use AI in your photography business. We did that this year. We used a lot of AI creating images that would be impossible to do any other way. Also, we'll be covering when we do move. I'm going to be covering the whole move. I also have a travel channel that I make videos for as well, and that's going to cover our whole move. But once we get moved to Panama, I'll be shooting a lot of really cool, new, neat things that I can't shoot around my area here because I'll be in a completely different country, so it will have a different type of look. So I'll be shooting a lot of photos and things there. We'll also be covering more things with cell phones. I have all these 2 different cell phone cages. So I've got plenty of stuff to use to go out and shoot with my different cell phones. So that's kind of a little update on what's going on. And like I said, this whole background behind me is going to get sold. It's these soundproofing pads mounted on the wall back there. This is all going to be sold because we're going to move. Going to sell this whole rack of stuff behind me, lights, everything. I'm just going to keep my main lights here. This whole desk that I really love, that I built, custom built. I have a video on building this desk. That's going to be sold. God, I got so much stuff sitting over here to the side that you don't even see, that all has to be sold. So much stuff has to be sold. A lot of it's going to go really cheap because once we get to the point of getting the house sold, we're going to have a limited amount of time to have everything sold. And we have a dog we have to take with us to the country of Panama, so we have to deal with a lot of paperwork and stuff to get the dog put on the flight with us. So anyways, that was my update for what's going to be going on in 2026. And we're also, by the end of this month or the beginning of next month, going to be putting our photography business for sale that we've been running for over 27 years because we are now semi-retired, I'm calling it. So we're not going to be running the photography business anymore and focusing 100% on making these YouTube videos and some other products that I've got coming out, photography related. So anyways, that's my update. Lots of cameras, lenses to review, cool stuff coming out. I'm also going to do some editing tutorials for different raw editing programs. I've been editing forever, it seems like. So like and subscribe to the channel. There'll be a lot more things coming up. If you've got some ideas on some things that you would like me to cover, leave it in the comments, or if you have any comments, leave them in the comments. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.